This is video number 6 in the 3D Experience CATIA generative shape design application, and I'm creating these particular videos and putting them in the Surface tab playlist. There was a wireframe tab playlist where we have about 59 videos, but these are going into the Surface tab to deal with generating surfaces, etc. This particular video deals with multi-section surfaces, and in video 5 I gave some general comments about multi-section surface tab or icon. Here I'm going to look at some special, very special and simple cases. I just want to caution you that I put two references in video 5, and I said that they're good sources, and some of the things that I do actually come from there. I just caution you that those good videos were made about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And the interface and the functionalities and the icons, dialog boxes have changed dramatically since then. So what I'm doing now is we release 2026x, which is hopefully has stabilized and there's not going to be many changes in future. All right, so when you are in the generative shape design, the ribbon at the bottom of the screen looks like this, and there is a surface tab, and in it we have a multi-section surface. When you click on it, you get this dialog box, and under advanced function, there's a lot more that you can do, and we'll worry about these things video by video. When you expand the advanced option, you have things that you see down here, and specifically this coupling and section coupling options. There are different things that you can select. Some of them may work for you and may not work, depending on the situation. And just a reminder that when you do multi-section surface, the default selection of this coupling is ratio, okay? The particular problem that I'm going to be doing, I call a simple problem. I have two profile, and these are the dimensions in millimeters that I've given, and they're done on two planes which are two parallel planes which are 50 millimeters away from each other. I also want to caution you once again that when you do multi-section surface, the curves do not have to be planar. Okay, they can be 3D curves. That is not the case for multi-section solid. However, it's easy to see what's going on for planar situations, so that's why I have these things in two planes. And these are the references that I was talking about. They're, dramatic changes in the dialog box icons and functionalities. Okay, functionalities are the same, but the icons and interface completely different, and it's just like a puzzle. If you look at their video, or if you go and look at the videos associated with doing the same thing at TOV5. Okay, all right. So I've already created these two sketches. This is sketch 4. Sketch 4 is the one in the front, and sketch 5 is the one in the back. Now select the surface tab, and here is the pull-up menu that I was talking about. So we're talking about multi-section surfaces. You click on it. One thing you realize is that the actual dialog box looks like this, and that is what I had over here. And when you expand, if you open up the advanced options, notice that it can go off the screen. It's not very pretty, but anyway, you just have to make sure that you can see the preview, etc. Let me first of all uncheck that. Now, here's the situation. This is the simple case because I have two sketches. I select the first, this section, that's this. And I select the second one. There could be more, and I will do videos with more sections, but let's start with two. For multi-section surface, the video can be open, sorry, the curve could be open. But if you're doing multi-section solid, these curves must be closed curves, and that's why you have a closing point. But not for the case of a multi-section surface. Now, these arrows must be pointing in the same direction. If you flip them, uh, you will get error messages and distorted surface, etc. Now, I haven't done anything. All I did was to select these two, okay? And I say preview. Remember, if that's all you do, the default is what is called ratio, essentially coupling. You don't have to do the coupling, but uh, it's done by default. Now, what that means is that starting from these points, both of these points, let's say you get 1% of the total length of this, you get a point. And you go 1% on the total length of the second curve, you get another point. You connect these 2 points, you get a line. You go 20%, 20% of this, connect these points, you get another line. And this way you generate all these lines by going along the these sketches by the same percentage and connect them together, you get essentially a surface. And that's what happens. So we say preview, and you're going to get like that. There's a couple of things that you're going to notice, and that is, let me get these things out of the way. First of all, it shows you what the sections are. This is the first section. This is the second section, which happens to be sketch 4, 5, and 4. And there is this line here, which is the computed spine. Spine is something important when you do a multi-section surface and multi-section solid, but we didn't specify the spine. This is the computed spine. So let's not worry about it in this video. Now, well, I say, okay, no problem. And I get this. So I can hide these sketches. I can hide the sketch and I can hide the other sketch. There we are. And essentially, this is what you've got. All right. Now, let me double click on this. You might say, you know what? Because of the fact that ratio was involved, I got this point and I don't want to get this point. I want maybe this to be connected to that. That means you have to define a coupling of your own, right? In order to do that, you have to go to the advanced options right there. Notice that the couplings are default and the default is ratio. You see that? Okay, so suppose I want to go and create my own coupling. Now, this is kind of not very user friendly. So you select this, see that? You select the couplings, turns blue, left select, left click, blue. And there is an arrow where you pull it down, this thing opens up, okay? So you have to say what is it that you want to couple to what. Now there is these four icons here. One of them says add a new line at the end of the table. There's nothing in my table yet. So if I click on this, it allows you to select the coupling. Now you need to select 2 points. Let me move these things out of the way, which are connected together essentially. Now, if you select, you cannot pick it. The reason you cannot pick it is that the sketches were in hiding. So let me get these sketches back into the show mode. That's why I could not pick it. All right. So now, all right, we start selecting. For example, I want to select this point. Now, if you want to, the reason you get this message is that the sketch 5 on the other side was actually the first sketch. So I can't pick this. So I'm going to select, for example, this end. Notice I didn't complain. And I want this point to go to that point. Okay, notice that this is the coupling number 1. Now, In the event that you want to see what was actually selected, this arrow, see this arrow? You click on it, it tells you what you have picked. All right, so that's good. Now let's do another one. We do another one. So add another line at the bottom of the table. Okay. So suppose I want to send the same point, oops, once again, I have to say select the other side because that's my sketch number one. So I select this point and I want to send it to, where is it that I want to send it to? I want to send this thing to that same point. Okay. And once again, if you want to know what's involved in this pick, you can expand this. Let's do another one on the other side. Well, actually, let's go ahead and see how it looks like. Because I want to do things on the other side too, but let's see. Now, the problem is that I cannot reach the preview. That's the problem with my resolution. So if that is the case, let me close this advanced option so that I have access to this, and then we say okay, and let's check it out. Okay, good. So those lines were cleaned up. There were extra lines. Now I have to do the same thing on the other side. You can see that on the other side. So let's double click on this thing again. Okay, there we are. And we're going to add, let me see, move this thing out. Advanced options. Okay, I want to add more and see, add another line at the bottom of the table. Okay. Remember, this was already done. I want to add more. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong place. Here. That's where I want to add. You click on that. Sorry, I picked the wrong one. There it is. The coupling. See that? Select this arrow. Add something to the bottom of the row. Okay. And the sketches are not blocking my view anymore. The sketches are there. So I want, if I select this, I get an error message. So you should do the other one because the other one was your first sketch. So this line and that corner. Okay. And I think I also did, if I'm not mistaken, I also did this to the other side. Although I'm not sure. Oh no, I did. Oh yeah, this to the top point right here. So add another line. Select that point. First point is on this side. Goes to this point on that side. And if I cannot reach my preview, one way is to collapse this and then say preview, and then we say okay. So basically, I have done a cleanup of what I had before, just basically only ratios and selected couplings. Yeah, there's no way just by looking at these you can actually do this problem. All right, one more thing. Let's go here. Let's go here. And under advanced option, we did it by introducing these couplings based on ratio. Let's say that we did tangent. Oh, after I did the coupling, tangency also works, and tangency and curvature also works because of the coupling that I did. If I had not done those coupling, it would not work, okay? And vertices, same thing. To convince you, I'm going to go and delete these coupling. I'm going to delete all of these. I'm going to delete, not that. Where is this? I'm going to delete all the couplings. All are gone. And let me close this window. You know why? Because the type of coupling was, let's see now, here is vertices, did not work. If I say ratio, of course it will work. This terrible works. If I change this thing to tangency and tangency and tangency, then curvature, it's not going to work. Let's see now. Tangency is going to collapse. Yep. Same thing with the other one. The only reason that I had no issue with making a tangency and tangency then curvature and vertices, they all work because of the coupling that I introduced. Ooh.